Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning and welcome you to our neighborhood Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name is Suzanne. I am here in our sanctuary for the first time, bringing a service to you live. I have your announcements for the coming week. Today, Knucklehead 8 is out. Come to read, watch, hear, and enjoy the creative spirits of our community. The last Sunday of the month, Fred, Phyllis, and I host morning chant and singing meditation. Morning chant happened today, but there will be no singing med tonight. We did it last week because of the AGM this afternoon. Every Monday, the Spirit Choir rehearses on Zoom. If you're interested in becoming part of the choir, please contact me at music@nuuc.ca. Every Wednesday morning, Phyllis hosts Journey to Awakening, a conscious movement class from 10:15 to 11:30 a.m. All are welcome to join. Just contact Phyllis to register. Every Wednesday evening, Reverend Wayne and Gillian host meditation on Zoom from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Gillian will be leading the meditation in our service today, and all are welcome to the Wednesday evening. Club Sandwich operates in our neighborhood to help feed hungry locals. We're looking for people to make any amount of sandwiches and to drop them off at MCC on Wednesdays or Thursdays. This is supported by our C committee. You can contact me for more information, music@nuuc.ca. Every Sunday morning, Zach Getchell hosts our child caregiver program from 9 to 9:30 a.m. here in our regular Sunday Zoom space. This Thursday, the Knucklehead hosts a creative space from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's where folks meet at our Sunday Zoom address and share in the joy of creation. And you're all invited tomorrow night to a sing-along from 7 to 8:30 p.m. In place of our Spirit Choir rehearsal, we're doing a song circle on the theme of the month, Learning to Lead, and also on today's theme around Earth Day and loving our planet. May 13th at 7 p.m., the C Committee is following up on Rev. Wayne's service a few weeks ago on defunding the police with a speaker series, Defund the Police, Rethinking Community Safety with Janelle Scarrett. She is a writer of a report on how some of the police budget can be moved into community services for racialized communities, youth, the homeless, and mental health. This is part of the Danforth Multi-Faith Commons speaker series. Circles of Trust are happening if you wish to sit quietly with a group of our community elders to practice getting in touch with your deeper thoughts. Please contact our minister. There are openings for May. The CUC, the Canadian Unitarian Council's annual national conference, is happening the weekend of May 14th to 16th, and registration is now open. If you're not going to attend the whole conference, you can still attend the national CUC service on Sunday, May 16th, that's happening at 1 p.m. Eastern through YouTube. Earth Day action. Because the big 5 Canadian banks all continue to invest heavily in fossil fuels, many who care about the earth are switching their bank accounts to credit unions. The Social and Environmental Action Committee asks neighborhood members to consider doing the same. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Our Sunday announcements. Now you can submit your announcements through our website. How wonderful, thank you. nuuc.ca/announcements to submit announcements for Sunday morning. Join us after service today for our annual general meeting. It is also part 2 of our annual budget meeting that we began in February. There will be an election of officers for our board of directors, a review of our financial statements, and reports from our committees. We're asking that all members just hang on after service to register, and then we'll have a break and start at 12:30. And next Sunday, we start our May theme of LOL with Lighten Our Load. Message of inspiration will be provided by our minister, the Reverend Wayne Walder, and music will be provided by former music director of Neighborhood, Viviane Larivière.
Welcome to our Neighborhood Unitarian Universalist Congregation service on Zoom. We welcome you here as we stay emotionally and spiritually close in times when we need to stay physically apart. My name is Ruth Lanktree, and I'll be your virtual service leader this morning from home. Reverend Walder is away today. Our special guest speaker is Professor Stephen Scharper, a professor and director of the Trinity Sustainability Initiative, the Department of Anthropology, School of the Environment at the University of Toronto. He has recently released his newest edition of the Green Bible, a book to inspire and transform you as you put on your boots and grab your day pack for your favorite outdoor activities. We will be asked many questions today. What is our role here? What is the goal of civilization? What kind of world do we wish to leave future generations? What is the nature of our interconnections within creation? What on earth are we doing? Our musical director, Suzanne Mazars, is with friends today, and the meditation will be led by our Gillian Hegge. Zach Getchell facilitates our Sunday Child and Caregiver program, and he will share a time for all ages from home. We also have Charles Watton and Kathy Campbell, who are doing the Zoom web duties today. Thank you to all. Some Zoom etiquette: just remember to stay muted, keep chat open for readings and lyrics, and don't send chat messages to everyone during the service, please. This service is being recorded for the public, both on YouTube and through our new website. Joys and concerns or similar personal moments will be edited out. If you have privacy concerns, you can turn off your camera so you're not seen and rename yourself. Sacred space and cyberspace are strange bedfellows, and we need your help to bring them together. Now we have nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. Please shut off all your other apps and that might distract, or put your device on Do Not Disturb and be present. This is our threshold moment. Let's enter sacred space together. Let our service begin now. As we light our chalice, I encourage you to light your own personal chalice or candle, or consider holding your hands in the shape of a chalice. And now I ask Suzanne to light her chalice as we sing.
We light our chalice to remember, to light the fire within our own hearts.
And Suzanne, would you please introduce the prelude?
I would love to. Thank you, Ruth. This morning's prelude is a shared creative project by Peter Marmeret, Gordon Thorne, and myself, as we all share a regular spiritual practice of connecting with nature and taking time to walk in the woods. The song is called Green Shadows by Malvina Reynolds, and it's a song about that transcendental and mystical experience when you're alone in nature and feel yourself open up to being at one with all that is around you. I hope you enjoy this collaborative effort. You walk into this room, the trees are all around you. Green shadows kiss your head, the gentle sound surround you. Your soul lies down on the piney heath. The walls are random walls, you do not feel and press you. Green shadows touch your eyes, their silent welcomes bless you. Your dreams come singing from the skies. You are no longer one, but all that breathes beside you. You are the craggy bark, the leaves that move and hide you, green shadows and the rising dawn. You walk into this room, the trees are all around you. This is a living day. No hostile sounds will wound you. The chainsaw's cry is far away.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And we have such talented members and staff. Good morning and welcome. Today, almost all of us are in our homes in isolation. I acknowledge the land I'm standing on in the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. I also acknowledge that Toronto was covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. If you are visiting for the first time, we welcome you. Today, we do not have breakout rooms after service because there's an annual general meeting for members. Our mission at Neighborhood is to empower spiritual growth and shared action for the care of the world. Our theme for April is Learning to Lead, and today we celebrate Earth Day. Harmony with creation is grounded deeply in one's relationship with the land. For most Native Americans, it is impossible to speak of a personal identity apart from the land. The earth grounds us, not only geographically, but psychologically. And as Unitarians, Universalists, we unite and lead by our living our sixth and seventh principles. Today's reading outlines Reverend Sean Parker Dennison's reflection of these two principles. The sixth principle, which I will find here in a minute, excuse me. I'll be right there. Pardon me. The sixth principle states the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. In other words, we believe in working for a peaceful, fair, and free world. The sixth principle seems extravagant in its hopefulness and improbable in its prospects. Can we continue to say we want world community, peace, liberty, and justice for all? The world is full of genocide, abuse, terror, and war. What have we gotten ourselves into? As naive or impossible as the sixth principle may seem, I'm not willing to give up on it. In the face of our culture's apathy and fear, I want to imagine and help create a powerful vision of peace by peaceful means. Liberty by liberatory means justice by just means. I want us to believe and to live as if we believe that a world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all is possible. There is no guarantee that we will succeed, but I can assure you that we will improve ourselves and improve the world by trying. And the seventh principle says respect for the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. In other words, we believe in caring for our planet Earth, the home we share with all living things. Our seventh principle may be our Unitarian Universalist way of coming to fully embrace something greater than ourselves. The interdependent web, expressed as the spirit of life, the ground of all being, the oneness of all existence, the community forming power, the process of life, can help us develop that social understanding of ourselves that we and our culture so desperately need. Traditionally, at this time in the service, we ask you to turn to your neighbor and greet them. Now, briefly unmute your device, switch to gallery view, and offer a greeting. And we'll sound a chime near.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Dolly, Laura, Kim. Hi, Pat.
Everybody.
Oh,
hi,
hey, Sarah.
Dave.
You got a haircut, Sarah. Looks good.
Hey, Dave.
Zach.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
hi. Oh, there's
Hi.
Michael. Michael, we can't see you.
Welcome,
Michael.
Steven.
Nice
Oh,
to see you.
Abraham, great to see you.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, David.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Jesse. There's
Allison.
Faith. Hi, Faith.
Joe.
Faith, what are you wearing on your head?
Hi,
I can
Moira.
see. Oh, is it Mickey
Hey,
Mouse
Steve.
Day?
Hi, Faith.
Hi,
Hi,
Janet.
Joan.
Hey,
Hi, nice
Anna.
to see
Hey,
you.
Susan.
Winnie.
Oh, Doug, is that you, Dave?
Hi,
Suzanne.
Hi, Sigrid.
Gordon.
Nice to
Hey,
see
Michelle.
you.
Yvette. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Beata.
Bing bong.
Okay, please mute yourselves. Thank you. That was great. I now invite you to join me in reading our opening words, which will now appear on your screen. And if you're on the phone and you don't know the words, just listen to my reading. Let us cast the circle of a sacred space here. Let us cast the circle of a cherished space here, a space of safety, a place of forgiveness, a place of love. If we want the world to change, we must craft in our space and in ourselves the seeds that grow a different kind of life, a life of graciousness, of creative intelligence, a place of life and spirit for ourselves and our families. Now, as we hold this place open to grace and insight, please join Kim Knudson for our opening song. Kim?
Hi, this song is an Anishinaabe song, and it is sung at many water walks. It is by Doreen Day at the request of her grandson. During their community, she would drive him to the daycare, and he would say, "Nokomis, why do we not have a water song in our language?" So she went and worked with some Anishinaabe people in the language to come up with this song. And Josephine Van Damen, who's no longer with us, used this song at Oliver Waterwalks. Ni begiza geiko, gimi kwechue ni migo, gijawe ni migo, ni be giza geiko, gimi kwechue ni migo, gijawe ni migo, ni be giza geiko, gimi kwechue ni migo, gijawe ni migo, ni be giza geiko, gimi kwechue ni migo, gijawe ni migo.
Thank you. Now, all the young and young at heart, please come up and get close to the screen because Zach has something to share.
Hey everyone. So today we're talking about Earth Day and celebrating Earth Day. So I wanted to go out and do my part to help clean up our areas and do my own neighborhood cleanup in my own neighborhood. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got my helpers, Rebecca and Cameron here. Rebecca's behind the camera. Cameron is here. He's going to help me be doing my cleanup. I have garbage bag and I have some extras for adventurous people who might want to help us along the way. So I want to invite you all to come along with me while we go green. Let's go.
Now, Cameron, remember to be careful. Be careful to point out garbage and make sure it's safe for you to touch before you pick it up, okay? If you guys want to clean up garbage and you're concerned, if you bring some extra bags, you can wrap one arm all the way around and then put the loop on your thumb and you have a makeshift glove. Hey guys, see, I'm here. We've been filming for about half an hour, over half an hour. Someone took a bag, which is awesome. And look at that.
You managed to fill a whole bag.
So we found this, a planter holder, which Zach is going to bring home and open up the bag.
All full of metal and mesh and plastic.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's okay. Won't away. And
So now I would like to encourage all of you to go out and do your own neighborhood cleanup, either today
Camera's
or
here.
whenever the next time you get the chances. See you later.
You're finished there, Zach? Okay, thank you. We'll carry on to joys and concerns. Thank you. This is a special time in our service when we invite you to share a joy or concern in your life. Open your reactions tab at the bottom of the main window and raise a virtual hand if you have a joy or a concern. If you are here on a phone without a screen, you can raise your hand by pressing *9. To speak, you have to unmute yourself, your device, and to be seen, you need to have your camera on. Once you've spoken, please remute your device. Please respect the sacredness of the ritual and refrain from making announcements and telling stories. This is a cherished time in our community that brings us closer in times that are separating us. We start by expressing gratitude for all volunteer efforts, seen and unseen, that help our community to hold together. Today, I light a candle for conservation biologist Gretchen Daly and environmental economist Pavan Sukhdev, both pioneers in illuminating and quantifying the economic value of our natural environment. They won the 2020 Tyler Prize for Environmental Achievement, often described as the Nobel Prize for the Environment. And now I'll go to those hands. Let's see. So I think what we'll go on forward then at this time. I would like to say we light this candle now also for the joys and concerns that remain unspoken in our hearts. I now ask Gillian, please, to lead us in meditation.
So take a breath. Notice the sensation of your feet on the floor. Bring your attention inside your body. Maybe close or lower your eyes. And just be here, where you are, now. Through the bottoms of your feet, feel your connection to the earth. Through your breath, in and out. Feel your connection to the air. Through the blood pulsing through your veins, feel your connection to water. Through the fire in your belly, feel your connection to fire. Your mind, your consciousness is in many ways like a tree. Think of the leaves, the twigs, the buds as the frontal cortex. Right now, bring yourself into your roots, your unconscious. Just let yourself rest there. Feel your connections. And let yourself rest in a place of not needing to know. And feel the energy come up through your feet from the earth, all the way up your spine, and out through the top of your head, showering you with earth energy, with a sense of connection to the world. When you're ready, open your eyes, come back gently into the room. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Gillian, for that moving meditation. Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephen Scharper. It's great to be back with you today. And I am Zooming with you from the Canadian Ecology Center, and that is ensconced in Samuel de Champlain Provincial Park. So as Gillian was leading us through that beautiful meditation, I was looking at these beautiful white pines along the Mattawa River in this forest where the moose meander, the wolves howl, the bald eagles soar, and squirrels scurry frenetically, sometimes inside your backpack. And the beavers are busy. As was mentioned, I teach environmental studies at the University of Toronto. And sometimes it seems that we're now the purveyors of the gloomy science. It can get pretty depressing when we talk about our state of the earth. So it's important to have a sense of humor. So this is an attempt at humor related to this region. So the Northern Beavers Benevolent Association recently had a meeting up here, and people, the beavers here are doing very well, lots of lodges, extra lodges, lots of food, but they were concerned because some of the southern beavers, their brother beavers and sister beavers in the south, weren't doing so well. So they wanted to see how they could help them. So they had the meeting, and this was on the agenda. And they were all thinking how we can help galvanize our fellow beavers to help our neighbors to the south. And one of them was from the PR industry. And he was thinking, he says, we need a slogan. We need a slogan. He says, I got it. Give a damn. Just an attempt at humor. Bad, but original. Okay. So for the last few months, I've been Earth Scholar in residence here at the Canadian Ecology Center. And I have been able to reconnect with nature during this pandemic. But it seems that I'm not alone in that. As many of you know, conservation areas and national parks have recorded a significant increase in visitations. And Parks Canada says more people are looking to get outside and stay outside during the COVID-19 pandemic. As CBC News recently reported, online reservations opened Friday for Parks Canada campsites in Nova Scotia and PEI. And officials say the demand was higher than ever. And the number of people booking sites on opening day this year in New Brunswick was double the amount from last year. As one of my former students just commented, this is reflected in Instagram as well. She says Instagram has shifted from pictures of luxury bags to pictures of people and nature. In her words, people haven't been able to practice the religion of consumerism, so they have turned to the natural world. So this got me to thinking, while COVID has led to a welcome reconnection with the natural world, or at least an interest in that, I'm wondering if Earth Day, which was formally marked on Thursday, invites us to not only reconnect with nature, to renature ourselves, but actually to re-earth ourselves. Earth Day, I think, attempts to remind us that we must not simply reconnect with the earth, but that we are the earth. As a species, it's quite clear that we are hardwired for this planet. There's some who don't seem to quite agree with this. There are billionaires, for example, like Elon Musk, who are pouring millions into bizarre and I think misguided dreams of terraforming Mars and having us leave the planet to live on Mars after rendering life on our home uninhabitable. This to me is a policy of trash and dash. The talk of destroying our planet and simply moving to another is part of what cultural historian and geologian Thomas Berry termed a cultural pathology. The word human, as you know, is derived from humus, which is a Latin word for earth or dirt. It is also the root word for humble. Moreover, the word soul is derived from animus, a Latin word for mind or soul, and it's where we get the word animal. We are thus humble, inspirited animals of the soil, of the earth. We grow from this soil and we return to it. The breaths we take today, as David Abrams, author of Spell of the Sensuous, reminds us, include molecules that were shared by the earliest microbes, extinct dinosaurs, ancient cedars, and blue whales. Our psychological, physical, mental, and spiritual centeredness is rooted in and dependent on this planet, our home, the Earth. Earth Day reminds us that we are encouraged not simply to reconnect with the Earth, but understand ourselves as Earth. So in reconnecting with the Earth, we are actually revisiting and re-relating with ourselves. We lose our way and our wisdom when we forget who we are. Earth Day is a day of recognizing ourselves as Earthlings. Chris Hadfield, the famous Canadian astronaut, has vividly talked about how difficult it is to walk and how painful it is to take steps after orbiting months around the space station, in a space station, and returning to Earth. We are not meant to live off this planet. When we use our time, talent, and imaginations to besmirch rather than befriend and embrace the Earth, might we be losing the wisdom that comes from being in right relationship with the planet? Earth Day, thus, might be an invitation to re-inhabit the wisdom of our planetary home. As my friend Tamara Gibson suggests, we are in a biocommunion with all life. And embracing that communion is the source of not only knowledge of how to be well, but how to be wise. And I just wanted to share here a quote from Marina Herrera, an Indigenous American who writes on the spiritual grounding of nature, and which Ruth spoke about earlier in the service. Marina writes, "Harmony with creation is grounded deeply in one's relationship with the land. For most Indigenous Americans, it's impossible to speak of a personal identity apart from the land. The earth grounds us not only geographically, but psychologically. As my grandmother told me, when I lost touch with Mother Earth, I misbehaved. When I attended to the land, however, my behavior improved. In other words, the land itself can heal." Earth Day welcomes us to Earth wisdom, which surrounds us and infuses indeed our very being. This is, I think, much more than simply reconnecting with nature, as important as that is. It's about re-embracing the life-giving energies of the planet and letting these energies flow through our economic, political, legal, cultural, and social systems, and through ourselves. Earth Day reminds us to have Earth pride. I can tell you now, I am a proud Earthling. Who else here is a proud Earthling? Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
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 Bracing myself for muted silence. All right. Happy Earth Day. Thank you.
Amen.
Blessings.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. In these times of isolation, let's not forget that this congregation is a living entity, and like all living things, it must have nurture and sustenance. If you contribute by pre-authorized withdrawals, thank you. As we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm our lives within it. We can't pass the basket, but those that do make contributions to the baskets each week, please consider writing a check or making an e-transfer, which is the most cost-effective way to give. Consider even doing a recurring gift. A link is in your chat window for you now, and all you need to do is click on it and it will take you to our donation page. We will now pause and Suzanne will play Blue Boat Home.
I hope you will join me in singing. The lyrics are in the chat. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Blue boat
Thank you. And now, Suzanne, will you lead us, please, in the final song?
I would love to. I was thrilled to receive the request from our speaker, Stephen Scharper, today that we include the song Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell in the service today. So I asked members of the Comfort Choir to help me record it so we could get the background vocals and all the parts going. And you'll find the lyrics in the chat, and I encourage you to sing along.
They pay paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They pay paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see them. No, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? You pay paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples and leave me the birds and the bees. seem to go, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Prepare paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. No, don't it always seem to go, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Prepare paradise, put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Prepare paradise, put up a parking lot. Prepare paradise, put up a parking lot. Prepare paradise, put up a parking lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Stephen, I just wonder before we forget, if you'd like to show us on screen there your new edition of your book, please. And
Oh, okay, sure. This is the Green Bible, Words of Love for a Suffering Planet. And it was co-written with Simon Apolloni, my former PhD student who now teaches environmental studies at University of Toronto. And Simon and I have this published here with Novalis Publications in Toronto. In the States, it's Paulist Publications. Yeah, thank you.
okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I now invite Suzanne to extinguish her chalice as we sing.
Although our chalice has been darkened, we hold the fire within our own heart.
We had a tradition here of circling around and holding each other's
Currently unmuted. Alt plus A. Meeting tools window.
Instead, let's go to gallery, view, unmute yourself. Together, let us say namaste.
Stay.
Namaste.
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 Namaste to everyone.
Namaste.
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 Namaste. Said it.
Now you can mute yourself again. Thank you. Today, I will leave you with words from Thomas Berry. What is happening in our times is not just another historical transition or simply another cultural change. The devastation of the planet that we are bringing about is negating some hundreds of millions, even billions of years of past development on the earth. This is the most momentous period of change, a change unparalleled in the 4.5 billion years of Earth history. All indications suggest that we are, in a sense, a chosen group, a chosen generation. We did not ask to be here at this time. Some of the prophets, when asked to undertake certain missions, said, "Don't choose me, that's too much for me." Spirit says, you are going anyway. We are not asked whether we wish to live at this particular time. We are here. The inescapable is before us. Our service has ended. Members, please stay for the annual general meeting. There's no breakout room today, and go in peace.